As you can see, we're not sitting back in the it's not sitting back in the studio, which you're used to, seeing the little fireplace next to me and everything. We're just going to sit back, relax, talk, shoot the shit a little bit. And we're going to talk about Augustine Ramos and what I think about his channel and him overall as a truck driver and then as a person.
Something to think about. Now let's just talk about 9-to-5 jobs, the rat race, real quick. When I was at the young age of 24, I kind of had this idea in my head that 9-to-5 jobs were not the way to go. And yeah, that was around the time when Grant Cardone and Robert Kiyosaki were blowing up on YouTube. We all know that those guys are scam artists like Ty Lopez. But I still believe at the age of 31 that 9-to-5s are probably not the way to go. And that goes for the carpenter, the welder, the school teacher, and of course, the truck driver.
Here's the thing, you guys. And look, I'm still a rookie. I'll be a rookie until the day that I retire. And I want to retire with 0 accidents. Here I am now with 4 years of experience. And I've learned so much. And only through experience are you going to gain more knowledge. You have to experience. With the knowledge and experience comes the wisdom, okay? Defend your CDL. That's it. That is your job as a driver, is to be safe and defend your CDL. Don't allow companies to push you. Don't allow drivers on the road to push you. And as far as endorsements, get your tanker, your hazmat, and your doubles and triples. Right out the gate, getting your CDL, your hazmat, your tanker, and your doubles and triples, you will need it. The most money that you will make in trucking as a company driver will be LTL and hauling fuel. Is hauling fuel worth it? Those boys have a serious job, don't they? Not too long ago, there was a incident where I think the driver had a heart attack or something like that, but here's the clip. Now, as you all know, I'm an ABF freight line haul Teamster driver. Now, I have heard Augustine talk in a positive manner about unions, so that's good. But he isn't walking the walk. Is it worth it to be a truck driver anymore? Especially company. I mean, absolutely. Is it worth it to be an owner operator these days? No. Now, one of the things that I did agree with him with was, it's not worth it to be an owner operator unless you're making, 400 to 500 grand. My opinion is at least 500 grand or more to be an owner operator to make it worth your while. Now, on the particular clips that you're about to see, or that I just showed you, you're going to see photos screenshots I took from the comment sections, okay? And there's a lot of guys that don't like him that are over the road drivers, okay? They think that he's lazy. And, I remember him saying, right, mega carriers aren't worth it and all this stuff. And I've always said the same thing. It's a good place to get a start, okay? But here he is with 3 years of experience, and he's back at night transportation. He used to talk up and down very well about Walmart wanting to go there, but they wouldn't give him a job. And, that's because he didn't keep his nose very clean, like I've told you guys many times. I mean, I've been telling you this from when I first started my YouTube channel. When it comes to truck driving, you got to keep your nose clean. Here I am in LTL. Me and my brothers here, as road drivers, you can make all the way up to 150K a year, all the way to 170K a year. Now, the more seniority that you achieve, right, in this union gig, the more seniority, the better everything is for you. Schedules, the money, everything. I know that a lot of the stuff that he complains about, he wouldn't run into, right, with a union carrier.
If anyone's watching from work, this is why you stay on sleeper or off duty. This is why you use creep mode, not just for safety, but now I gotta go to the shop. If I was on duty and my clock was running, I'd be wasting all this time in the yard, right? Save your hours. You got some chips?
For example, there was, I think it was Werner. He has his suspicions that he didn't make it through orientation, and he thinks it's because of his YouTube channel. Well, at least here at ABF Freight Union, right? The company can't come after you for social media, okay? We have protections against them using social media or cameras against us, okay? So, like I've said many times, there are many protections that come with being union, as well as, of course, the best health benefits and retirements in the world. I did a video not too long ago in Sweden. They're collectively coming together against Tesla. They just want them to sit at the table and negotiate. And Elon Musk doesn't want to do it.
South of Lake Tahoe.
And the United States Department of Agriculture, the Forest Service, has some things to say about it. And then Elon Musk is found actually union busting.
Tesla pissed off Swedish workers. You're not supposed to do that.
And now union laborers from other companies in Sweden, Norway, Germany are banding together and teaming up to show Elon Musk that, hey, unions run the country, my friend. And you're going to sit at this table and you're going to negotiate with us because we, the people, we need our own protection. CEOs have their protection. They established this 401k retirement plan for themselves. It's for themselves, okay? When corporates are investing hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars in their 401ks, they don't really have much to worry about, do they? Companies go down, they continue to make money even after they've shut a company down. We laborers, we need our protection. Okay, Augustine, this is the stuff that you need to be talking about, need to be aware of. Now, he was also talking about this guy Ty.
Or I kind of had this idea in my head that 9-to-5 jobs were not the way to go. And yeah, that was around the time when Grant Cardone and Robert Kiyosaki were blowing up on YouTube. We all know that those guys are scam artists like Ty Lopez. But I still believe at the age of 31 that 9-to-5s are probably not the way to go.
I must confess, I still believe.
And, some other people that I've seen them on social media before, but I never pay attention to these guys that flash their money on screen and they're going all over the place. And no, it's never appealed to me. Obviously, it used to appeal to him, and like you guys have heard me say many, many times, the younger generation is becoming fooled and mesmerized by the entrepreneur's rich life. Okay, very few people are going to make it as entrepreneurs. I may not even make it as an entrepreneur. I do this because I love it. I have a blue-collar job that I love to do. I have other hobbies as well. Okay, plans for my future. I bought this home. Now I have the option to maybe sell and buy a whole bunch of land and property elsewhere outside of California. Maybe, seeing how things go. You got to have a plan A, B, and C in life. You need your solid foundation, your career. Then you can be an entrepreneur on top of that on the side. That's grinding. Having yourself a career, an established good career to take care of your family with, and then do your YouTube, Instagram, whatever it may be on the side, right? network, make connections, really get to know this industry, you guys. Yes, it's true. Trucking over the road is not worth it once you come over to this side, okay? And it's not to put you OTR guys down. I'm not putting you down, but tell them the truth. Tell them that oftentimes guys get stuck in these mega carriers because they've messed up. Too many speeding tickets, too many traffic accidents, not being responsible. Owner-operators get DUIs. Owner-operators, the list goes on with them. You know, an owner-operator I saw on Facebook last week had, 6 different citations in one encounter, one inspection. And guys, if you do that as an owner operator, you can kiss goodbye any opportunity with most carriers. You're going to be stuck at places like Western Express, CR England. I know CR England tends to be kind of strict. Werner's very strict. Werner will actually even pay you, I think, $200 to just like not go anywhere if you have to shut down because of weather or whatever. I think it's like 200, 250, something like that. Don't quote me on it, but I mean, that's cool. That's good. Walmart drivers get paid very well. Yeah, I know Augustine was trying to go over there, but look, man, you've got to be real with people and stop saying that trucking isn't worth it, okay? Because here on the union side is very worth it. Tell that to these guys at UPS making over $200K a year with benefits included. You're talking $250. Okay, one package guy made $170,000 with his benefits and pension included. So he probably netted like 100 or 95. Okay. Me, I'm a second generation Teamster. My dad retired from UPS. I see all the fruits of his labor coming to fruition as a 70-year-old man. He's been retired since he was 52. I'll be having an interview coming up with my dad very soon to talk about his time at UPS.
All correct. And that's why trucking is a dying, failing industry. It's not really worth being in this line of work for a whole career if you think
Like
about
he says, trucking is a dying, failing industry because of men who refuse to come together. Pride comes before the fall, and never before have I seen more people fight than a group of owner-operators. When you unionize, you come together under a contract, and you're protected by that contract, and you are sealed in brotherhood by that contract. International Brotherhood of Teamsters. I mean, tell me I'm wrong, you guys. How often do you see in these comment sections a lot of truck drivers' YouTube videos are filled with individuals that are failed truck drivers or stuck at a company they don't really want to be at. Maybe they really wanted to go to UPS or ABF or one of these other union companies, but union companies are comprised of some of the most skilled laborers that you will ever meet. I've come across some outstanding guys at Fontana that know how to move freight, who deliver on time, and can make things happen that other guys wouldn't be able to make happen. How often do you see LTLs pulling over in weather? We chain up and we keep going. I hear oftentimes, I was talking to this guy some time ago. He says, it starts snowing, you pull over. Well, freight needs to get where it needs to go. People need their things. Yes, no load is worth your life. But when you have the experience and you have the knowledge, you're able to take into account the weather, where you're going, and decide for yourself if you can make that happen or not. What time of day, right? Throw the chains, keep going. We are paid more because of our training. We're paid more because of our experience. We're paid more because we're not just truck drivers. Big shout out to my buddy Freddie in Sacramento. He calls us transportation engineers. I really like that. After having come on board with ABF and chaining up for the first time, going over Donner Pass, that was the first time I chained up, was going over Donner Pass. I saw how these mega carriers are paying their drivers a shit wage. Sure, yeah, you can pull over and go home anytime you want, so we don't have to pay you. They don't care if the freight gets there or not. They just care that they make money on the delivery. Doesn't matter if it gets delayed a day or two. They don't want to invest in really training you, right, to be able to really call some serious shots, right? Chain up, keep going. They act like they care about you. They don't. With those companies, mega carriers, if your wheels ain't rolling, you're not making money. Like you hear Augustine talk about here, right? Not getting paid for being in the shop. Well, we do. UPS drivers do. Cisco drivers do. US Foods drivers do. Kroger drivers, right? These are all union companies. The Marathon Oil guys, they do. Why are these non-union companies not paying you when your wheels aren't rolling? Well, shout out to Werner. At least, your wheels aren't rolling. You're going to make a couple $100. That's cool. But then what about the benefits, And I'm not here trying to make you feel bad. I'm just giving you the truth. I said ever since I started this channel almost 4 years ago that I was always going to deliver you guys the truth. I mean, look at now I have a house. No, I didn't have a house when I started this. When I started my YouTube channel, I was in an apartment in Southgate, California, down the hill. At least you guys have been able to see here in my channel how much I've changed over time as a man. And it's been an awesome journey thus far. And all the videos that I've watched in my past history, some of my opinions have changed, especially when it's come to truck driving, But for the most part, I have been consistent and I have only grown